Good morning, everyone. I am Vishnu Jagtap, and in front of all of you, I am presenting the money control news headlines. So, first of all, FII and DII data in cash market. In that, FII sold out 1,119 crore rupees, whereas DII buys 1,757 crore rupees. Next, for today's event, we can look that. Then, first of all, in Argentina, unemployment rate quarter 3 data is coming. Economic activity year on year, October is coming. PPI monthly of monthly on monthly. November data is coming of Korea. Korea again PPI year on year. November data is coming on Japan. Japan 4 data is coming. In that, stock investment by foreigners data, foreign bond investment data, leading economic index final data, confidential index final data. Whereas Saudi, in that balance of trade data is coming, whereas China FDI data coming year on year. Next, on British side, in that 5 data is coming: GDP growth rate quarter and quarter final data, GDP growth rate year on year final data, current account data, business investment year on year final data, and business investment quarter and quarter final data. And whereas Indonesia, there is 4 data is coming: deposit facility rate data, lending facility rate data, loan growth data, year on year data, interest rate decision data. Then we can talk about the commodity. So on green commodity, on green, those commodities are closed. I'm talking about that: cotton, nickel, copper, gold, silver, lead, crude oil, natural gas. And in red, aluminium, zinc, and meth oil. So on next section, in that currency, which currencies close out in green: USD, Euro, Japanese, uh, Australia, and Singapore. Whereas the red, in red, in that Taiwan, Chinese, and British. These 3 currencies are close at a red. Next, on bond, there is green in closed, that is US bond, Euro bond, German bond, Japan bond. Whereas red in close, that is UK bond and India bond. Then we can talk about the indies, international indies. So in that, SGX Nifty close out, all stocks are close out in green except one, that is China market. So on key indies, we can talk about all indies are closed at a green, sorry, closed at a red. Bank Nifty is closed out at 42,617, and whereas Nifty 50 18,199 point close out. Whereas we talk about the sectors wise, only 3 sectors are closed in green, that is IT sector, pharma sector, and healthcare sector. Then next we can go there. 7 essential points we kept before opening the market is that today Himachal Assembly session to be begin, Sule in Vineyard IPO coming, National Mathematics Day. Tomorrow, Radiant Cash Management IPO, Parliament Winter Session may conduct. Then today's big story should be 4 cases of COVID variant driving in China, surge detected in India. Then next, coronavirus check. Next, tech tackle. TikTok wants to be more transparent about its algorithm. Next, auto sector, in that cars and motorcycles said to be more expensive from Jan 2023. Next, tail piece, in that Fliber, TGBet, Rhubarb, or Noggin. Voting for World Cup of Random Words is now open. Next, on today's top news is Reliance Retail acquires Metro Cash and Carry for rupees 2,850 crore. Next, FTX Bankman Fried gives consent to extradition to US on fraud cases, fraud charges. Next, Misho order volume more than double to 91 crore on board 5 lakh supply in 2022. The next, Shark Vinita Singh says investor refused to fund sugar until her husband joined it. Next, EU to investigate $61 billion VMware buyout proposed by Broadcom. Next, Advent International rejects discovered price for delisting of DFM food shares. Next, Surya Kumar Yadav, Srivalli, T20 World Cup top Instagram Reels 2022. Next, Kalyani Group aim to manufacture 250,000 tons of green steel in 2023-24. Amit Kalyani. Next, Indian economy likely to grow over 7% in FY23. Arvind Panagria. Next, global share rise but face patchiest yearly performance since 2008. Next, Lionel Messi World Cup winning photo is most liked in Instagram post. Beat famous egg. Next, why no economic response to China's military hostility? Sonia Gandhi to enter. Next, IPL mini auction 2023, the top 5 foreign player in demand. Next, new RBI data shows willful defaulter are laughing all the way away from bankers. Next, on market section news, in that Ashish Kacholia offloads 0.6% stake in D-Link India. Next, India extends suspension on futures trade in key farm commodities by a year. Next, SEBI extends suspension on of derivative trade in 7 agri commodities for 1 year. Next, gold price today, precious metals to be remain volatile due to unstable US dollar. Next, Bajaj Finance shares trial Sensex Nifty for the first time in 14 years. Next, oil prices up has US crude stocks seen falling dollar resist. Then on page, then we comes to the stock section. In that, Sule Wine Yards debut tomorrow. Will it make investors happy? Next, Elin Electronics IPO booked 95% on second day on bidding. Next, KFin Technologies IPO sees 2.59 times subscription. Retail portion booked 1.36 times on final day. Next, Sham Metallic shares price spikes after stainless steel business foray. Next, City Union Bank share price troubles after RBI finds divergence of rupees 259 cross NPA. Next, subscribe to LN Electronics ICICI Direct. Then on page, then we comes to the startup section. In that, College Dekho gets $9 million from Winter Capital. Next, Byju's strongly denies NCPCR statement, says did not buy student databases. Next, Worldline e-payments India gets RBI in principle approval for payment aggregator license. Next, friction is desirable in fintech. We don't want to walk the path of fastest finger first. Google Pay executive. Then we comes to the opinion section. In that, those two, three, four questions are important. In that, how to boost India's manufacturing sector. First question. Second, SEBI goes all tenders on buybacks. Next, lesson from the guild's crisis. Next, technology policy making in India needs more nuance. Next, in 2023, let's prepare for the worst of climate environment shocks. Next, MCD win with a large role to play in Delhi. AEP has its work cut out. Next, can the GST Council walk the FM talk? Next, extended trading hours for stock exchanges is an idea whose time has come. Next, buckle up, interest rates are going to be highest for longer. Next, cash market, Bank of Baroda shows relatively strength. Then we comes to the business section. In that, Kalyani Groups aims to manufacture 250,000 tons more of green steel in 2023-24. Next, tax mop up buoyant enough to fund extra spending, would not borrow more. FY Sitaraman. Next, House and not mean for reckless politics. Amit Shah slams Congress member over Pegasus snooping. Next, coordinated approach between government and RBI on price rise. Government equally serious about taming inflation. Next, Financial Minister Nirmala Sitharaman replied in Rajya Sabha. Next, M3M India buys 350-acre land in Panipat for rupees 1500 crore to build township at rupees 2007 crore cost. Next, old pension scheme will be put burden of rupees 1.1 lakh crore on exchequer. Maharashtra government would not revert to it. Next, India extends suspension on futures trade in key farm commodities by a year. Next, underlying economic activity continues to be strong, but external sector to be dent growth. Next, didn't mean to delete that message. WhatsApp will now give you 5 seconds to do it. Next, engaging e-commerce players to push sales of goods produced by triples. Next, Vedanta announces incentives for purchase of EV by employees. Next, RBI Governor Shaktikant Das says next financial crisis will come from private cryptocurrencies. Next, Genmark Pharma launches combination drug for diabetic patients. Next, Sam Bankman-Fried said to be in talks with prosecutors over bail deal. Next, government imposes anti-dumping duty on stainless steel tube imports from China. Next, Tata Group moves Bombay High Court against rupees 1500 crore GST claim on Docomo deal report. Next, MC Insider buyback blowback regulator gunning for private job wedding extra veganeza how the way. Next, Tower promoters offload 1% stake through block deal. Then we comes to the commodity section. In that, India extends suspension on futures trade is key farm commodities by year. Next, on we comes to the economic section. In that, tax mop up buoyant enough to fund extra spending would not borrow more. Sitaraman. Next, house. Next. Underlying economic activity continues to be strong, but external sector to be dent growth. Next, engaging e-commerce players to push sales of goods produced by tribals. Next, government imposes anti-dumping duty on stainless steel tube imports from China. Then next on political section, in that what's in and not in the dollar 1.7 trillion spending bill. Next, silence on matters of serious concern defining feature of its government tenure. Sonia Gandhi. Next, Sonia Gandhi chairs Congress Parliament Party meeting. Next, consider spending yatra if COVID protocols cannot be followed. Union Minister Mansukh Manwadia. Next, technology policy making in India needs more nuance. Next, opposition leaders likely to protest in parliament complex to demand discussion on border tension. Next, MCD win with a large role to play in Delhi. AEP has its work cut out. Next, fight today is between two ideologies, one which benefits few and other raises people voice. Rahul Gandhi. Next on we comes to the international section. In that, Indonesia confirms bauxite export ban to proceeds as scheduled. Next, no sign of smartphone recovery until late 2023 says top battery maker TDK. Next, COVID-19 cases in the US surpass 100 million. Johns Hopkins University. Next, China hopes all parties in the Ukraine crisis maintain restraint. President Xi Jinping. Next, Indonesia consider $320 million in initiatives to boost EV sales in 2023. Next, Bitcoin miner Core Scientific to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Next, three leadership qualities that Elon Musk replacement as Twitter CEO need to have. Next, China to work with Australia to promote strategic partnerships is Xi jumping. Next, global era of negative yields is ending as Japan notes tops zero. Next, Elon Musk net worth sinks to 2 year low. Next, Indonesia to announce ban on exports of a commodity without saying which. Next, China to unveil new rules to in fund greenwashing sources. Next, Taliban lead Afghanistan administration suspends female students from universities. That much for today. Thanks for watching. Make a good day.